Hi, welcome to Animation Recap Center. When their biggest rival, Humdinger, starts wreaking havoc as the mayor of Adventure City, Ryder and everyone's favorite heroic pups kick into high gear to face the challenge. Armed with exciting new gadgets and gear, the Paw Patrol joins forces with a savvy Dachshund to save the citizens of Adventure City. Today we will recap a 2021 computer-animated adventure movie called Paw Patrol: The Movie. Let's start recap. Movie begins in Adventure Bay, where a turtle family walks across a road. A baby turtle lags as the others cross. A truck approaches and the driver accidentally spills his cold drink on himself as he hits a bump. He loses concentration, and as he sees the turtle, he swerves away from it and almost drives off the bridge. The wires of the bridge hold the truck and the driver screams. A fisherman sees him and informs him that he will call the Paw Patrol for instant help. Because in case of emergency rescue in this city, Paw Patrol team is the fastest responder. The Paw Patrol, led by Ryder, gear up and make their way to the accident scene. Ryder gives the pups their instructions and they stop the cars from coming close to the truck. Chase lowers himself to the driver and the driver panics because the driver is new to this town, and he did not expect that a dog will come to rescue him. He reluctantly holds on to Chase and they swing out of the truck and back to safety. The people celebrate and Ryder takes the turtle to its family. In Adventure City, a street dog named Liberty sees a man throw paper on the floor. She instructs him to pick it up and threatens to put him in the trash. The man apologizes and promises to change as he picks up the paper. Liberty steps out of the train and goes to the new mayor's ceremony. A reporter says that the opposing candidate dropped out of the race, leaving Mayor Humdinger as the only candidate and the new mayor. Humdinger crawls under the stage and tries to make a dramatic appearance, but the audience isn't impressed. Humdinger informs the townspeople that he wants to change the town, removing several interesting buildings from the town model. On the other hand, Liberty calls Paw Patrol and gets excited as she sees the pups because she is a big fan. She informs them that Humdinger was elected mayor and says he will destroy the city. Ryder says Humdinger is the worst mayor and they decide to make their way to Adventure City. Chase refuses to travel with them because he has had bad experiences in Adventure City. Ryder tells the others that Chase was abandoned in Adventure City and was scared and alone. Ryder goes outside and talks to Chase. He says everything will be fine and the people need their help. Chase agrees and they begin preparing, and Rubble carries a lot of bags. The pups have fun on their road trip and eventually arrive in Adventure City. Meanwhile, Humdinger and his goons enter the city's university and meet Dr. Kendra Wilson. She shows him a weather machine they use to study clouds, called the Cloud Catcher, and he forces her to use it to stop the rain from falling. She hesitantly agrees and he takes the remote as he leaves. Ryder and the pups arrive at their new headquarters, and they are fascinated by the building. He shows them around and takes them to their mission prep area. Rubble rushes into a machine and it puts Sky's clothes on him. Later, Humdinger hosts a fireworks show to honor his victory in the election. The show gets boring and Humdinger pushes the control man away. He and his cats push several buttons and activate all the fireworks. The wood holding the fireworks breaks and the fireworks go haywire. The Paw Patrol noticed that the fireworks were out of control and decided to stop them before people got hurt. They put on their uniforms and are ready for action. Chase and the others enter their vehicles and launch out of the headquarters. They get stuck in traffic, and Liberty meets them. She tells them they need someone to navigate them through the city and helps them get out of the traffic. They drive through alleys and arrive at the fireworks show. Humdinger sees the Paw Patrol as he hides and wonders what they are doing in his city. Chase sets up the perimeter while the others put out the fireworks. Humdinger enters his car and drives away while he says he can't stand the Paw Patrol. Chase parachutes on a balcony and forgets to detach his parachute. The wind drags him, and he gets stuck on the ledge. He screams for help and Marshall uses his water cannon to extinguish the fire. The people on the building lower Chase, and he meets Ryder. The Paw Patrol takes pictures with the townspeople while Ryder checks on Chase. He feels bad for his mistake and Ryder cheers him up. Humdinger watches as the townspeople praise the Paw Patrol, and he smashes his television. He instructs his goons to find and capture the Paw Patrol and tells them to leave his office. Chase is unable to sleep that night. The following morning, Liberty wakes up in an alley and prepares for her day. She moves with her wagon to a fruit store and talks to the owner. He says that Humdinger has an event at the subway and that she should be careful. She thanks him for the info and he gives her a fruit. Humdinger arrives at the subway station and the press arrives. He unveils his new project and wants the railway to be roller coasters. The reporters say that his idea is stupid and a train arrives. Humdinger's cats pull the lever and divert the train to the roller coaster. The train tracks malfunction and the passengers are stuck upside down. Humdinger sees what happens and escapes. A passenger calls the Paw Patrol and informs them of their current situation. They prepare and make their way to the loop. Ryder tells the pups what to do and Liberty controls the crowd. Rocky holds the loop while Sky moves it in place and Rubble uses cement to secure it. Chase makes his way to the top of a building, and as he stands at the edge, He gets terrified and panics. He stops moving and Sky informs Ryder that Chase is in trouble. Marshall uses his ladder to save the people while Sky helps Chase. She assures him that everyone is safe and he gets into her vehicle. Ryder meets Chase and says he is all right. He blames himself for letting Chase follow them to Adventure City and says he needs a break. Chase says Ryder isn't being fair and that he didn't want to come to Adventure City in the first place. He says that Ryder is abandoning him and runs away as Ryder tries following him. Humdinger's goons see as Chase runs around and decides to abduct him. Ryder and the others enter an alley and find Chase's collar. They wonder where he is because they saw him a moment ago. Ryder says he can't track Chase because he isn't wearing his collar and Liberty arrives. She informs them that the city has eyes and ears and someone has to have information. She says they have to ask people around until they get helpful information. Humdinger's goons drive recklessly and Chase instructs them to stop the car. They laugh at him as they drive and arrive at a dog obedience school converted to a pound. They throw Chase into a room and tell him it's his new home. Chase wonders what the building is, and a dog named Dolores informs him that Humdinger's goons converted the building into a dog jail. They say that Humdinger prefers cats, so he catches the dogs and puts them in the building. A dog asks Chase why he is there, and he says he kept messing up and ran away. The dog cheers him up and asks him to pick a doghouse. Liberty takes Ryder to a shop, and they ask the store owner about Chase. She says she hasn't seen him and shows a board with photos of several dogs. Ryder says that the dog's disappearance isn't coincidental and Humdinger is capturing the dogs. Ryder and the store owner wonder where Humdinger keeps the dogs and Liberty says she can find out. She informs them that she is a dog and can use herself as bait. Ryder agrees to the plan and Liberty says she knows how to get captured. Humdinger has an interview, and as he says there will be no more embarrassing activities. Liberty jumps on the stage and makes a mess while embarrassing Humdinger. His goons capture her and put her in their truck, while Humdinger instructs someone to get him a new pair of trousers. The goons take Liberty to the pound, and she meets Chase. She cheers him up and as she says she has come to rescue him. Ryder and the others arrive and demolish the wall. The goons enter the room and the dogs attack them as they run away. Ryder and the others leave the building, and he takes Chase to where he found him. He informs Chase that he is a brave and heroic pup. He gives Chase his collar and says he was born to be a hero. The cloud catcher gathers a lot of clouds and begins to malfunction. Kendra meets Humdinger and tells him about the machine's situation. She takes the remote from him, but he retrieves and breaks it. She tries to warn the audience about their situation, but Humdinger's goons stop her and kick her out of the venue. Humdinger reveals Humdinger's heights and says it is the tallest building in the world. He puts his office on the top and says the people will have to look up to him while he looks down on them. The cloud catcher loses control and releases a week's worth of rain. Ryder and the others get a call from Kendra and she tells them about the superstorm. She tells them about the cloud catcher and they prepare for action. Liberty watches as the pups launch out of the base. Ryder meets her and says she is an honorary member of their team. He says she needs a faster vehicle to become a member and shows her new vehicle. She gets excited as she suits up and launches out of the base. She meets the others and they ride to the cloud catcher while saving civilians. Zuma sees civilians trapped in the water and uses his submarine to reach them. Liberty prepares the rescue raft and the family gets on it. A camerawoman informs Ryder that the mayor is in his office, and he runs into the building. Sky flies through the clouds as she makes her way to the cloud catcher. Humdinger hides in his office with his cats, and Ryder walks in. He informs Humdinger that the tower isn't safe, and he reluctantly agrees to be saved. Ryder places him and his cats in the elevator shaft and releases it. He stops it before it hits the ground, and Humdinger lands safely. Ryder makes his way down the elevator shaft, but the storm destroys the tower and he gets trapped. Chase hears Ryder screaming and rushes to save him. He rides his motorcycle on the surface of the building and gets to the top. Chase searches for Ryder and follows his light. He arrives at a ledge and begins to panic as he sees the distance to the ground. He tries using his grappling hook, but the wind pushes it away. Chase is forced to disconnect his pup pack and panics in fear. He remembers Ryder's words of encouragement and bravely jumps across the ledge and onto the other side. Chase gets to Ryder and sees his leg stuck under some rubble. He stands under the rock and pushes it away, releasing Ryder's foot. Ryder calls him a hero and says they have to leave the building. Sky makes her way to the cloud catcher and tries grabbing it, but it electrocutes her vehicle. She flies her vehicle in its jet mode and ejects just before it hits the cloud catcher. The jet destroys the machine and the storm clears. Sky uses her jetpack to land safely on the ground. The pups see that Ryder is alright and they lick him. They celebrate their survival and saving the people. Chase sees as Humdinger tries to escape. Sky uses her drone to capture him, and as he hovers around, his trousers tear and that embarrass him. The townspeople present the town key to the Paw Patrol and thank them for their help. Ryder introduces Liberty as the newest member of their team and gives her a pup tag. The dog calls Ryder and informs him that they need the Paw Patrol at the waterfront. They gear up and prepare for action. Since then, this is how they continue to fulfill the great responsibility of saving the residents of the city from danger. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe my channel. See you next time.